Annual open house for lower school. My name is Semi Park. I am the founding headmaster slash executive director of OCCA. Welcome. This year, we're doing our open house a little differently. Up until last year, we used to have one open house for lower school and invited everybody, in which we are no longer able to accommodate a large group. So we're prioritizing new families to attend the presentation along with parents of the students who will be performing tonight. So thank you for joining us. This presentation will also be recorded for your view on our YouTube channel. All right, please join me in welcoming our student council into leading Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand. Face the flag. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Thank you, Student Council. This will be a very short presentation. For those of you who are new and you just got accepted a spot for next year, congratulations, welcome to our school. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see a lot more videos that more profoundly talk about our mission. I strongly recommend that you watch it before you start your first day at OCCA. This is really our core identity of why we exist. We exist because we're a classical school, but we also have the aspect of being a charter school. Charter school, by definition, is a public school that has more autonomy to make our own decisions. We are able to teach classically as a charter school, and our students have just been thriving. We are still authorized to give state performance as a charter school, and the results show that our students are definitely learning all of the state standards plus much more. At OCCA, it's really important that you understand and align with the mission and vision of teaching both moral and intellectual virtues. And we tell our students that while getting good grades through the intellectual virtues is important, protecting your hearts and minds and souls is much more important. We want students to pursue the good, the beauty, and the truth through really focusing on becoming responsible citizens. We also teach a lot of different subject areas, starting in TK and all the way until 12th grade. If you look at our graduation requirement for high school, it's almost nearly, actually more than double the requirement that you would find at a typical school down the street. And we do that because we want our students to challenge themselves, and we want them to be very well-rounded. We don't want students to identify themselves as, I'm stronger in math, I'm gonna major in music. That tends to happen as they enter high school. And while that's beautiful that they're exploring their passion a little more deeply, we want them to be culturally literate as adults, meaning that we want them to be able to engage in any type of conversation and really pursue the joy and wonder of their learning all the way until 12th grade. So we believe in raising well-rounded, virtuous citizens. We also want our students to really focus on how to give back to the community. A lot of the missions nowadays focus too much on just being self-centered, what's best for their own good, what's good for college and career readiness. And while that may be important for functional reasons, we don't want education to be solely functional for our students. We want them to really learn for the sake of learning and really enjoy what they're learning. And we want them to think about how to give back to the community as adults. Some highlights. This is our 5th year. We opened in 2020, the peak of COVID. And it was very challenging, but we've gone through a lot of divine interventions. The first year we opened with 360 students in grades TK through 5th grade. And as of today, we have about 740 students in grades TK through 9th grade. And we'll continue to matriculate. So next year we're adding 10th grade and so on. We teach classical standards in addition to providing access to Common Core standards. We have been identified as distinguished school, which means that we're in the top 5% of California. And that's based on the test scores that are Common Core. We are the only Hillsdale member school in California. And not only are we performing highly within California, but compared to the other Hillsdale member schools, we're also performing, we're the 2nd highest in ELA. And I think we're the 3rd in math. So compared to even other Hillsdale schools, we're really proving that what we're doing and how we're teaching is truly the best form of education. All right, without further ado, please join me in welcoming our leader of lower school, Mrs. Moat.
Thank you all so much. It's such a pleasure to see so many of our new faces and of our families today. And thank you for our current families to come and watch your students who may be performing today. Just a little introduction. My name is Mrs. Moat. It's amazing as we reflect and think that we are here in our 5th year being open as a school. We've seen so much growth since then, and we're just so excited to be able to continue to welcome new families such as yourself. It is my greatest honor and privilege to lead our lower school program here at OCCA. I want to tell you a little bit about what makes our lower school program so beautiful and what your students can expect to learn while receiving a classical education in grades TK through 5th grade here at OCCA. Classical education fosters a wonder in all aspects of learning. Through wonder, students develop a sense of curiosity and a deep desire to pursue that which is objectively true and good and beautiful. Therefore, by virtue of attending OCCA, students become well-rounded individuals who desire to pursue excellence in both the intellectual and the moral virtues throughout their lives. This begins in TK, where our students are exposed to the joy of learning as they develop their pre-literacy, pre-numeracy skills, social skills, fine motor, gross motor skills that prepare them for kindergarten. In grades kinder through 5th grade, students are building a strong foundation of knowledge in what we call the grammar stage across multiple content areas that are the true building blocks to the logic and rhetoric stages of learning. Beginning in kinder, students are immersed in literacy as they begin the journey of spelling to reading. Students are reading classical literature and poetry. Tonight, you will see an example of what our recitation looks like as our 4th graders will be coming up to model that for us. And all of our students starting in kindergarten begin to develop their memorization skills through recitation. Our students, that's right, it's exciting. Our students are immersed in grammar and writing, and yes, we do teach cursive starting in 2nd grade. We teach history and geography, the life, physical, and earth sciences, mathematics, fine arts and music, physical education, and in 4th and 5th grade, we lay a strong foundation for Latin, which formally begins in 6th. Additionally, something that makes OCCA so special is our strong desire to come alongside our families and partner with you in your child's education. As new families, you may be wondering how you can get involved and what opportunities there are for parent involvement. So I want to take a brief moment to share a few of the ways that you can support here on campus. We have room parents. Every class, we ask that we have at least one room parent that helps the teacher and supports with various events throughout the year. So once you find out your child's teacher come August, feel free to reach out if this is something that you're interested in. We have an AAC ELAC committee that meets quarterly, and we're always looking for volunteers. We have a monthly coffee with the headmaster where we invite our families here to the auditorium to discuss important concepts. We have our EL and parent engagements and SPED parent engagements quarterly throughout the year, a safety committee team that meets regularly, a corrections team that comes daily and blesses our teachers with support correcting papers. And so we're always recruiting for that as well. We have a breakfast and lunch program that you'll get to see out tonight on some of the booths, and you get to sample those items. We're always looking for volunteers for breakfast and lunch to come support and help serve. We have a virtue store that is held weekly, and we really rely on our parent volunteers to help support with this. At OCCA, students are able to earn virtue tickets that they can then redeem at this store, and they get a lot of joy from it, so we appreciate your help in advance. Every class goes on a minimum of 2 field trips, and so we're always looking for chaperones as well as throughout various school events throughout the year. All of our new families, if you haven't already, we also invite you to join our OCCA Community Facebook page, where you get to see more about upcoming events and some photos and information about the beauty being explored here at OCCA. Lastly, just some important dates to put on your calendar. Our meet and greet is going to take place on August 12th. The lower school meet and greet is when students and parents are able to meet their assigned teachers and visit their classroom and drop off school supplies before the official first day of school takes place on August 14th. Please know that our 25-26 calendar is available on our website. It may be hard to take a picture and zoom in, but you can go ahead and download that on our website tonight. Okay, so we can talk about the beauty of our program, but we would like to showcase that here for you tonight. We have 2 very special performances by our students. The first is our lower school Eagle Choiristers, who are going to sing How Can I Keep From Singing? And they're being led by our Fine Arts Director, Miss Amanda Salcedo. Please welcome them to the stage. Wow, thank you, boys and girls. That was truly beautiful. All right, here tonight to highlight our history curriculum and our recitation are our fourth graders. In fourth grade, while students are learning about the American Revolution, they're also reading Johnny Tremain and learning to recite the poem Paul Revere's Ride, which is 16 stanzas long, all to make deep connections to what they're learning about in history. Here tonight, we have a very few courageous fourth grade students who'll be reciting the first half of Paul Revere's Ride for you this evening. Please help me welcome them to the stage.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. On the 18th of April in 75, hardly a man is now alive who remembers that famous day and year. He said to his friend, if the British rushed by land or sea from town tonight, England answered aloft the belfry arch of the North Church tower as a signal light. One if I land and two if I sea, and I on the opposite shore will be. Ready to ride and spread the alarm through every Middlesex village and farm, with the country folk to be up and on. Then he said good night, and with muffled oar silently rose to the Charleston shore. Just as the moon rose over the bay, we're swinging wide at her morning's bed. The Somerset British man of war, a phantom ship with each mast and spar, across the moon like a prison bar, and the huge black hope that was magnified by solemn reflection in the tide.
Thank you, fourth graders. Well done. That is a poem that our third graders look forward to and get excited to hear as well. All right, in just a moment, we're going to invite you to walk around our campus and visit our classrooms as well as the booths that we have set up for all of our families tonight. In the classrooms, you'll be able to meet the various grade level teachers, ask them questions, and view some student work. We also invite you to visit the booths located near the basketball court. We have our foundation here. You can come and ask them some questions about how you can support the school. Spirit wear is something our students get to wear on Fridays. If you're looking to purchase spirit wear, that's available tonight. We have a cafeteria, after school program, and our special education team stationed at the booths as well if you have any questions for them. And if you have questions about enrollment or how to purchase uniforms, please visit our front office team who will be at the information booth. Thank you so much for coming this evening. We do have a map of our campus if you're new, so please stop by the front. We'll be available for questions and to pass out those maps. Have a wonderful evening.